Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What Pro Wrestling Show we have for you? Coming up, Sheamus go one-on-one with one-time friend Pete Dunne. These two were part of the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus want to get his hands on Pete Dunne. Everybody want to get their hands on Pete Dunne and what Pete Dunne done to them. We'll get to it coming up. Can Sheamus get his hands on Pete Dunne? We'll talk about it. Also, to Natalya, the Queen of Hearts takes on the dangerous Zoe Starks. One-on-one. Natalya and Zoe Starks go one-on-one. Natalya made a return last week to help out Live Valkyria and company. We'll get to that coming up. Also, too, right here. We get to it right here. Dirty Dominic Mysterio goes one-on-one with Damian Priest. Damian Priest wants retribution for Dirty Dom for his anticipated match against you know who, Finn Balor. Former tag team partners. We'll get that coming up. Also, too, the two Titans, Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, Big Bronson Reed, with Balor once again. We'll see how that's going to go. Also, too, World Tag Team Championships are on the line. It's the Judgment Day. Will put their titles against the New Day, the former tag team champions. Can the New Day regain the tag team championship? We'll see. And we start off and kick off Raw with CM Punk in the way of the vicious beatdown by the Sky psychopath Drew McIntyre before their anticipated rematch. And that match will happen at Bad Blood inside a Hell in a Cell to culminate their feud. We'll get this and more. And many more Pro Wrestling Show with wrestling hot topics as well. We talk about this. Kurt Angle want to manage American Made. I think he'd probably be a great fit for it. You think so? But we'll talk about that more recaps and stuff. What's going on? Let's get the Pro Wrestling Show started right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kitty Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation. Use the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect and all our platforms as well. Thank you all for watching. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Just hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, you see right here in the video right here, in the picture right here, recap. CM Punk kick off Monday Night Raw. CM Punk coming back after he had got that vicious attack from him at Drew McIntyre. And CM Punk looking for some retribution. CM Punk told the crowd tonight in Portland that he's gonna get his hands on Drew, and he's saying that he may not have what's left of him, but he's saying he's gonna fight, and he's gonna fight Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell. He just want to know if Drew McIntyre is gonna come with him as being the devil inside the red bloody cell. We know CM Punk and Drew McIntyre couldn't stand each other. This all culminated back. Drew McIntyre walked away. They weren't on part of it. And then it escalated Royal Rumble. And then this escalated more at WrestleMania when CM Punk cost Drew the World Championship at WrestleMania and Money in the Bank. So CM Punk and Drew had their match at SummerSlam. And now it culminates at Bad Blood. What a rivalry has been, almost a year rivalry. CM Punk getting his hands on Drew McIntyre, and you can tell right there they're going to have that fight at Bad Blood. We're going to real bad. You can tell they want to do what they need to do to almost want to kill each other. CM Punk saying you're going to see some blood. So he confirmed there's going to be some blood. He's going to get his hands on Drew. And what a way to get your hands on Drew McIntyre by doing what you need to do in order to, get the last word in. I'll say that. But you can tell by the way of all this stuff going on and stuff on how this is going to go down and stuff. But can CM Punk be the one to do what he needs to do so see what CM Punk's going to do and how this all is going to affect this main event. Looking forward to seeing that bad blood between CM Punk and Drew. Speaking of CM Punk, about CM Punk on Wrestling Hot Topics, telling fans to give him his well, speaking of that, we had a match between Pete Dunne, Pete Dunne going against Drew McIntyre. Pete Dunne going against Sheamus. Sheamus, the former WWE champion. Pete Dunne and Sheamus battling out throughout the whole entire ring. Does not want to be called Butch, which is understandable. Kind of hate that, but it was under old administration, under Vince McMahon. But Pete Dunne tried to show his skill set tonight, using every move of the book under the sun to take down Sheamus. Sheamus using the bells of boundaries to pound the chest of Pete Dunne. I know he hated to be Bush, but I'm so used to calling him Bush and stuff. So that tells you a lot right there. Pete Dunne getting himself taken down a notch. What went down? Pete Dunne trying to figure out what he needs to do. Pete Dunne found the way at this Sheamus went into the attack mode and took down Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne found a way to pin Sheamus and got the 1-2-3 over the former champion Sheamus. Sheamus being embarrassed tonight on what went down, and you gotta wonder about Sheamus and stuff. What this do for Sheamus and Sheamus on what he wants to do and stuff like that. He telling, and we get an inside look on what went down, and hopefully Sheamus will do what he need to do, recovering from that loss from Pete Dunne. So hey, we'll see. Also, too, we go from another match from that to Natalia. Natalia returning back on Raw since last week, couple months. She was negotiating for a contract. Natalia back into the showcase. Natalia teaming up with you know who, with Live Valkyria and the rest of them. Natalia, I guess she's trying to be like Trish Stratus. She's in her inner Trish Stratus mode or something like that. Natalia pulling herself together. Natalia won her match tonight over Zoe Starks. Natalia putting the final touches on Zoe Starks. And Natalia, along with her new friends, Lena Vega and Live Valkyria, got the win. They keep getting I guess keep overshowing the Pure Fusion Collective. I call them better known as the lesbians. But hey, to each his own. What about that? Well, we had a lot of backstage segments tonight. We saw Jay Uso, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest all together. After Rhea Ripley had confronted Finn Balor, her former teammate, saying that Rhea Ripley wanted the Judgment Day to be a family, and Finn Balor saying, "No, the Judgment Day ain't no family. The Judgment Day is no egos," and kind of left a sour taste in Rhea's mouth. We thought they was once close, but I guess they ain't close no more. So they kind of left a sour taste in her mouth until main event Jay Uso came out there. Jay Uso, the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, came out there to help aid Rhea and show what's going on. Now I see where Rikishi talking about them hooking up and stuff. I think Rikishi trying to make matters worse, but Rikishi trying to look out for his boy. You see what I'm saying? Rikishi looking out for his boy. And speaking of his boy, we know next week that Jay Uso, the main event, Jay Uso will be in the main event on Raw next week. Jay Uso will go against the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker. Jay Uso and Braun Breaker. The Braun Breaker kept telling Jay Uso, "Hey, you stick your nose in business and stick your nose for the Intercontinental Championship, it's just gonna be that. And I think Jay did get the message, but they had a face-to-face confrontation in the middle of the ring, and they left it in the middle of the ring tonight. What went down? Jay Uso said that he needs the championship to solidify him so he can say he won something. That's what his daddy want him to do. Rakisha been basically been bitching about it. Jay ain't getting no push. It's time for Jay to get a push. Jay might get this push. And main event Jay Uso looking for this moment. He won't get his hands. He speared Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker and left that message. But I think Braun Breaker got offended when main event Jay Uso said something about his NFL short and sweet. Seeing his NFL career was short lived, and Braun Breaker did not like that one bit. And we'll tell you a little bit later on what Braun did during this match right here. Braun did something to get his receipt, his payback. We'll talk about a little bit later on the show. Well, is there going to be some frustration, some tension winning the New Day? The New Day was all about power, positivity. What Big E when you need him? Well, Big E wasn't around. The New Day went against the tag team champions, the Judgment Day, and the New Day lost their opportunity for the tag team championships. New Day lost, but there's more frustration growing between Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. The frustration continued on mounting and mounting. So you gotta wonder. I thought it was gonna be the end of the New Day. I was wrong. They're gonna keep on building this up until it finally pops out and blows away. Like you said, are we seeing the dissension of the New Day? You gotta wonder. Xavier Woods with his new attitude and stuff that he provided. Woods even confronted the LWO and told the LWO to stay out his business. He even told Kofi that he don't understand why he didn't run it through him what they was gonna do with strategy wise, and there's a lot going on. The tension is you can cut it with a knife. I think that's what you get when the LWO and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Hopefully they can keep cooler heads prevail, but you never know on what's gonna go down with that. But hey, we'll see. Well, speaking of tag teams, the women's division on the women's side of things, Io Sky won her match tonight over her fellow foe, Bianca Belair. They used to battle numerous times for the women's championship. Bianca Belair now the women's tag team champion. Io Sky gets a win over Bianca, and Bianca was a little bit like shocked, but Io was a little bit shocked herself. Io gets the win. You got to wonder about Io. Io trying to want to go for the women's tag team championship. Now you can tell right here, Io, Jade, and Bianca. You may have to think about it. We might get another rematch between the Kabuki Warriors and Jade and Bianca. I like seeing Jade and Bianca on TV. They're beautiful. They're talented. They're strong. They're determined, and they bring a lot of representation. That's what you need in sometime in the business. And I think Bianca Belair and Jade Shaw here are good role models of that. Good for them on that. Well, we get to another match that many people didn't see coming. This is a match right here: Big Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman. The match between these big guys. They nearly tried to destroy the whole Tampa Arena, and they did so tonight. They going to do leaps and bounds. Even Big Bronson Reed trying to utilize a fan and threw the fan into Braun Strowman. That did not even last long. Braun Strowman in the fan. I mean, Big Bronson Reed trying to use the kitchen sink if he had to, and he kind of did tonight by showcasing that he'll do just about anything right here. This tells you right here about Big Bronson Reed using a fan to launch onto Braun Strowman. I mean, to the point that both men nearly took each other down. I think this is far from over between these two men. I can tell you that right now. Far from over. We'll see how far they're gonna go. They're gonna even go even farther. You know them going through a car and outside the parking lot and everything else. Nah, this hell in comparison to what they're gonna do. We'll see. Speaking of that, we'll tell you a little bit later on wrestling hot topics. The American made on what they're gonna do and how Kurt Angle ties into this. They did a vignette saying they was done with the Wide Six. They wanted to move on to a new group, so we don't know what that new group's gonna stand up and do, but we'll just have to wait and see. We know next week on Raw, right here, Drew McIntyre returns and he will respond to Drew CM Punk's what CM Punk said and stuff. CM do, but Drew McIntyre will respond to CM Punk's what CM Punk was talking about in his ring, saying what Drew McIntyre is going to have it up store for him. A lot's going on Raw and stuff like that. Even to the point that world champion Gunther came in the ring. And world champion Gunther still refused to give um, Sami Zayn a shot at the championship. World champion Gunther don't want to give Sami Zayn the shot of the championship. Now we might know that we might see that bad blood as well. Gunther and Sami Zayn. We'll see how this is going to go down coming up as well. So hey, we'll see on what's going to go down and how that's going to be moving forward. Also, too, the Judgment Day. Damian Priest. Damian Priest looked to get some retribution. Damian Priest looked to get the retribution. Indeed, Damian Priest wanted to do that. It's still Damian Priest alongside Rhea Ripley. They want to get their retribution all right. They want to get their hands on Dirty Don. Damian Priest did so as well. Damian Priest went. You see right, Damian Priest trying to struggle and through the bottom rope to the screen out Dirty Don. Dirty Don trying to get help from his girlfriend, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan went down and stuff. Liv Morgan. Even Damian Priest tried to drive Liv Morgan down. Tried to drive Dominic Mysterio down. But Liv Morgan, the Judgment Day was around. It was like a lumberjack match, you ask me. You see right here, Liv Morgan trying to help save her man by putting his foot on the bottom rope. And the sisters, Liv Morgan trying to play the difference. And she is like the difference maker in the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan, the women's world champion, with her belt up her side. But Damian Priest got the heads up from unlikely help from Jay Uso. Maybe Jay Uso came out there to help aid went down, but he got beat by his troubles as well by Braun Breaker, who sent a message to Jay Uso. But Damian Priest got the win with the South of Heaven to get the win over Dominic Mysterio. But the beatdown wasn't enough. Damian Priest decided to take down Dirty Dom and the rest of them, but the Judgment Day had the numbers game up. The Judgment Day doing what they need to do. The Judgment Day get the had the last laugh, last over Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, laying them out. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley might have to use some more strategy. Might have to get some more members because the Judgment Day is getting more stronger and stronger piece by piece when you think about it. But the Judgment Day standing over Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest after what they did tonight, and the Judgment Day doing what they need to do. Um, like I said, we will have to wait and see. This Raw was all about tension, all about majority tension. It was like tension amongst the whole groups and stuff. But between The New Day almost about to explode. The Judgment Day beating down the Terror Twins once again. Getting a taste of what's going to go down, or what we might see in Black Blood in the next 2 weeks or so. No. All right. That ends the Raw Ring report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. Let's talk about this. We told you earlier, CM Punk want to get his hands on Drew McIntyre so bad. CM Punk also too wants his privacy respected as well. This is right here. CM Punk wrote this on Instagram saying, "Hey guys, I love y'all, but friendly reminder to respect privacy and boundaries. Airports are now a meet and greet. If I have to ask you to please stop following me multiple times, you have crossed the line. Please stop this. Thank you, and stop using your children as shields or an excuse." Well, CM Punk laid down the law, and I mean, when I guess when you go into the airport and stuff, you kind of should give the man respect. If you come up to him and say, "Hey," and we want to get his autograph, yeah, but don't follow the man. The man got a life too, you know. He's human just like the rest of you. So hopefully they'll kind of lay back from that. But speaking of that, former United States champion Logan Paul has ventured out with Mr. Beast, and they're going to be creating the competition to Lunchables called Lunchies. So Mr. Beast and Logan Paul making bank is work. So they're going to be trying to create something for Lunchables. So I was like, man, Logan Paul doing Prime and everything else. I mean, them Prime drinks do taste good, but hey, you know how that go. Also, too, right here, um, we seen that Randy and Kevin Owens. That should be. We'll talk about that on SmackDown. If something goes down on SmackDown, we'll talk about it. That, that's interesting for a SmackDown related show, a pro wrestling show. Well, we know this. WWE Bad Blood 2024 has been confirmed a start time at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. So it's going to start an hour earlier than usual US based time. So it started, if it's Eastern and we Central, it's going to start at 5. Makes sense. 2 hours earlier than the usual TV episode time. So, hey, why not? 5 p.m. That works for me. Hey. Also, too, right here. Let's get to this right quick. What else? Kurt Angle with the American Made. We're hearing Kurt Angle saying that if the money is right, he's opening. He think about opening American Made. I mean, it makes sense. Him being the manager or the advisor. So hey, Kurt Angle could do it. Hey, you can never say Kurt Angle would do it, but hey, who knows? All right, that's gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show. Present the Raw Ring Report. We're gonna leave you with this scene right here of the Judgment Day, destroying the Terror Twins and leaving them laying helpless again. Can the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, find a way to get back at the Judgment Day? Only time will tell. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report, as we know that there's going to be a lot of implications before NXT moves to the CW. So for me being Kendra Dix saying so long, thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you later.